3 savings challenge books await. The goal? Fully fund my Roth IRA for 2025. All I need is a little bit of luck and you. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome back to Ready Budget Go. My name is Drew, and on this channel we talk about household budgeting, saving money, and achieving our financial goals. If those sound like things that you vibe with, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and leave me a comment down below because I'd love to hear from you. This week, as every week, I'm doing these 3 savings challenge books to put money toward my Roth IRA. I'm going to do about $50 into Zodiac Save with the Stars, another $50 into General Greenback and the Frugality Force, and about $100 into the Life of a Creator. So let's get started. Let's do the Zodiac book first, which we normally do. And we are getting close on this one. Still got a few weeks left, but we're starting to complete more and more challenges each week. So let me get out my dice tray. And conveniently, I only have one of the 3 dice that I need for this book. So let me dig out the other 2. I also need a D6. There's a D6, and I need a D8, D4. Well, there's the D8. Okay. I'm one of those people that likes to have everything matching if possible. So, all right. The way that I do this book, and if you haven't seen it before, let me set this aside for just a sec. If you haven't seen it before, this book is astrology themed, so it goes through all 12 signs of the zodiac, starting with Aries and going all the way through to Pisces, which is the 12th sign of the zodiac. For each sign, there's 2 pages. The left side is a scratch and save challenge. The right side is a color and save challenge. Actually, 2 color and save challenges. On the scratch and save side, it's the numbers 1 through 9 that each appear exactly once. On the right-hand side, you can make them whatever you want. I've chosen to make these dice rolls, so the top section is a D8, the bottom section is a D12. And so I'm just going through and determining how in what order I do this is determined by the dice. So I roll a D12 and a D6. The D12 tells me which sign of the zodiac, and they're numbered for convenience. The six-sided die rather tells me which section I'm doing. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a 1 or a 4 is a scratch, a 2 or a 5 is a D8, and a 3 or a 6 is a D12, if available. As some of these are starting to fill up, I'm having to adjust accordingly. So I'm just going to flip through the last couple pages. Okay, there we go. Now you've seen them all. So let's give the dice a roll and let's see where we are off to first. And I'm taking the wrong pen out. I need, oh goodness, where is that pen? There we go. We'll use a Sharpie for this one. Okay, so we've got a D12, we've got a D8, here's a D6. So we've got 11 and 1, so that is going to be a scratch on Aquarius. And we have 1 scratcher left, so let's give it a scratch and let's see how much we're going to save. $3. Okay. So I'm just going to keep going through the book until I've saved at least 50. Usually it goes a little bit over, and that's totally fine. So 2 and 3. Off we go to 1 and 1. So that's a scratch on Aries, and we have 1 left on this one. And that's going to be $9. So we get the highest there. Clean that up. Put a 1 back. Take out a 10. Okay. Where to next? 8 and 3. So that's a D12 roll on Scorpio. We do have that available. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a mark here just to show intent. I will come back and fill that in fully later. And I'm going to roll the D12, and that will tell us how much to save. Whoops. Well, it didn't go on the floor. That's the good news. $6. Okay, so 5 and 1. I've already got that marked off, so let's see where we're off to next. 1 and 1. Okay, so we're back on Aries, but we know we don't have any more scratches. The only thing we have left on Aries is a D12 roll. So I am going to mark this just a little bit. We'll roll that D12. Whoops. Can't get it to stay in the box. There we go, $3. 2 and 1. And I am actually going to get out a challenge completed sticker for this one. The challenge completed stickers are also available on my Etsy shop. These are high quality printed, and it's just something to mark off when you finish a big challenge and you want to memorialize that. There's a sticker for it. So I'm going to stick that right up here. And I'm also going to bind these together using one of these new clips. These are available on my Etsy shop. These just launched this last week. So I'm going to stick that. Let's see, which way am I going to do it? I'm going to do it this way. No, I'm going to do it the other way. There we go. Just like that. Okay. So that way we know the Aries is done. So let's give these a roll and see where we're off to next. 2 and 4. So that's going to be a D8 roll on Taurus. Let's get out the D8. $6. I'm going to mark this off, and then I'm going to do some quick condensing here. And let's see what we can put back. 10, 15, 25. Okay. Oh, 26. Nope, 28. 27. I feel like an auctioneer. Okay, so let's see. So save the 5, 10, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 27. So we're a little bit over halfway there, which is good. Take out a 20 and put everything else back. I do like to condense as I go along just so I don't lose track of where I am, because I don't want to go too far over. But then I will also condense the envelope in the binder at the end of the video. All right, so back to the D12 and the D6. 11 and 2, so that's going to be a D8 roll on Aquarius, if we have those available. And we do. We need those, so that's great. Okay, so $1 for this D8 roll. We'll mark this off just a little bit. Okay. D12, D6, where to next? 6 and 3. So that's a D12 roll on Mercury, and we need those two. I'm sorry, a D12 roll on Virgo. The celestial ruler of Virgo is Mercury. So $9, so I'm going to take one back and put in a 10. We'll give this a little bit of a mark. Okay, get out the D6 and the D12. 4 and 5. So that's going to be a D8 roll on Cancer. And we don't need any more D8s, but we do need D12. So I'm going to roll the D12. 11. Goodness. Okay. So let's put 10 back and take out 21. And then I'll see where we are after I finish giving this a little bit of a mark here. Like I say, just enough to show me that I need to come in and fill it in later. Okay, so we are at 48. So $2 more left, which means this is probably going to be our last roll. 5 and 5. So that's Leo. That's a D8 roll. We need a D12 or we need a scratch. And I'm looking to see, we've already got the 1 and the 2 and the 7 and the 8 and 9. So we've got the 4 and the 5 left. Well, I'm going to roll the D12. What the heck? I'm going to roll the D12 and we'll take our chances. And if it's real big, that's just more money going to the Roth IRA, right? Okay, whoops. But I can't keep it in the box. 5. All right. That's okay. So I'm going to put back 45 and take out a 50. So we're putting $53 into, into Zodiac Save with the Stars this week, which means that's $3 that we won't have for the life of a creator, but that's okay. That's usually how it goes. So I'm going to close the book. We will go to the Zodiac envelope. We'll put in the $53. I think I went past it. Yep, I did. Okay. And like I say, we'll come back and condense that at the end. But up next, we're going to do General Greenback and the Frugality Force. So I'll get that book out. We'll get set up to see how much our team of superheroes is going to save us this week. Okay, saving superheroes. Here we are with General Greenback and the Frugality Force. This book is another one that's available in my Etsy shop, and we've done most of the book. So there's only a couple more challenges left. So I am going to flip directly to overdraft. And we've got 2 more left to do on this one. This is a scratch till you match challenge. So every time you scratch, you save $5, and when you match one of the characters, you save an additional $10. So I suspect these last 2 are going to cost me $30 together. But let's just see. So we've got Counterfeiter, and I believe I have already scratched one of him. Yep, he's right over here. So that's 5 for the scratch and 10 for the match. And then the next one, or the last one, is the Vault, who's one of my favorites. And the Vault is right up here. Okay, so again, 5 for the scratch, 10 for the match. So I'm actually going to swap out the 10 and 2 5s for a 20. And we'll get this cleaned up. And we will mark that we have completed this challenge. Right there. Okay, and now we are going to the final battle where we are trying to liquidate Lord Larceny, who is the head villain. So I'm just going to keep scratching along on here until I get to about $50, so about 20 more left to go. And let's see how we do. Oh, $19. Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to take 10 back and bring out 29. So I need a low number, but I don't trust the supervillain one bit. I've got a 1 up here. I've already scratched a 1, so let's see what else we can get. $10. Oh, Lord Larceny, you are a supervillain. Okay, so I'm going to take out a 10. I am going to clean up the scratch-off dust. So $29 on this page. Goodness. So we're way over for the Frugality Force. I should have stopped at 49, but that's all right. So 20, 40, 50, 5, 7, 9. So that means that's $12 that comes out of the next Savings Challenge book. So we'll be saving $88 or thereabouts into the Life of a Creator. So let me get out the binder. And we'll go to General Greenback. That money goes in. Okay, and that's going to do it for this book for the week. Now we'll get into the final book, which is The Life of a Creator, which is always a fun time. So I'll get that book out and we'll play through and see how far we can get. This is The Life of a Creator, and this is a collaboration savings challenge book that was put together by Marlene over at Snow Gardener 307. I will have a link to her website down below where you can get your own copy of this book. When you get this book, it will come with 7 dice, which I didn't take out before I started filming, so that was super forethoughtful of me. So I'm trying to see if I can grab all of the ones that she included. I'm missing one. There it is. Okay. So the dice that you get will all be the same color, but there's no guarantee of what color you're going to get. I didn't pick this black, marbled black with gold. I don't mind it, but you know, your set may vary. So you get a D4, a D6, a D8. You get 2 D10s. You get the percentage dice and the regular die. You get a D12 and you get a D20. Okay, so let's see where we left off. Actually, first we're going to start with the very last challenge, which is The Booty Bank by Liz and Les. And I do this first each week just because this one can use up a lot of money. So it's got some of these bigger numbers here. We're going to be working on this for a good long while. Last week we left off at number 2, and I'm rolling a D6. So I just want to make sure that I do this one twice just because it's got so many to mark off. Or not twice, but you know, I'll do it at least once each week, and then of course again when it comes up naturally. So let's roll that D6 and let's see where we're going this week, starting from the number 2. I also want to make sure I do this early because if I'm in the higher numbers, I want to make sure I've got the money to put in. Okay. and we've got 1. So we're going to save $3 this week. I think this is the pen I was using. Maybe, maybe not. But at any rate, we'll put in $3. I probably will get back to this one just because of where we left off in the book last week, but at least we've got a start. Okay, so now let's go hunting for the clip. And the clip is on, I think it's on Donna's challenge. Yep, sure is. So this is Donna Powered by Creativity's Save to Sync challenge, where you have some that you color in and some that you scratch off. And I think I'm doing all of the scratch offs first. Well, that was the original intent, but I think I'm going to do this 6 over here just because it's a bigger number, and I always want to get the bigger numbers out of the way first. So I'm going to do the 6. Terrible at coloring. Okay. So we'll put in $6. I'm going to take this clip off because we don't know where we'll end up, and let's go on to the next challenge. Okay, this is the Rock and Roll Queen. This is a roll and save challenge. There's a D20, a D8, a D6, and a D4 section. I've already done all of the D20s, and I'm working on the D8s, and I have 2 left. So let's get out the D8 and give it a roll and see how much we're going to save this week. And it's going to be $6. So I am going to put back 7, 8, 9. I'm going to put back 4 and take out a 10. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, and I need to mark that we did $6. Okay. Next up, my favorite challenge in the whole book. It's my challenge. This is Buster's Bangin' Burger Bar. And this challenge is a build your own burger challenge. So you start with a burger patty for $5. It could be beef, it could be vegan, it could be chicken, it could be anything. And a bun for $2, and then you decide which toppings you want on your burger. Every time you want a topping, you color it in and you save $1. If you don't want a topping, you just exit out, but you save $3 for wasting food. So far, the only topping that I don't like is mayonnaise. This week we've got vinegar, and I would put vinegar on a burger. I absolutely would. So I am going to color that in. I have no idea what color I'm going to color the vinegar, because vinegar is clear, so I feel like I need to just color the label. Well, I am going to use blue, I think. Oh, I know. I'm going to make the bottle green. That's what I'll do. So I will use a green marker. There we go. I don't know why you would put vinegar in a green bottle, but that's what we're doing. And I am terrible at coloring. I say that every week, and it continues to be true. Oh, that is atrocious. Outside the lines, messy. But you know what? We're not here for the aesthetics. We're just here to save money, right? And I will make the lid yellow. Okay. So we're saving $1 for that, and we're going to move on to the next challenge. Next up is Budget Life with Paula. It is her scratch and save challenge. We are on the last scratch, and I am really going to miss this one. For some reason, I just really like this challenge. And so let's give it a scratch, and let's see what the number is. I'm thinking it's going to be a 9. And I'm right, it is a 9. Okay. So let's clean it off. I'll put back $11 and take out a 20. And I will take out a sticker. These are mine, available in my Etsy shop, like I've been saying. And make the challenge completed. Okay. Next up, speaking of stickers, we have got the Counting Sheep Challenge. This is by Budget with IRA. And you get these stickers with the book when you purchase the book. Actually, you get 2 sticker pages, one for this challenge and one for another. And like most weeks, I forget to take them out before starting. I think it's because I'm just so excited to get into this book. I've really enjoyed doing this. So This one we're just sticking a sheep on, and I have said that each sheep is $5. So this one is going to go, he's going to go over here, or she. I have no idea if it's a he sheep or a she sheep. And we'll put back 5 and take out a 10. Okay, and we'll move on to the next challenge. This is the Christmas word search, and this is by Budgeting Just Because, and somebody told me there's no diagonals in here. So I am so thankful for that, because that was stressing me out, worrying about when I was finally going to have to look for the diagonals. So I've got 3 words left, and I see chimney right away. So that is right here along the bottom. And chimney is worth $10. So I'm going to strike that out. And we'll save $10. So I'm going to put 10 back, take out a 20. And we'll move on to the next challenge. This is by Janelle Ray Budgets. This is a scratch and save and a roll and save. And I decided that I was going to use the D20 on this challenge. And that has bit me in the butt twice, because I've got 2 double your next rolls. And both times that I did that, I rolled a huge number. But it's my own fault. And I still love the challenge, but I have decided that I'm doing all of the scratches first, just in case there's any other surprises like that. So let's give it a scratch over here. Got a $sign, that's good. And this week, Janelle's challenge was kind to me, only $1. I'm tempted to go again, but the way that I've had my face smashed into the dirt by this challenge, I think I'm just going to take my little $1 and move on. Okay, next is Save $55, 1 through 5. This is by Craftco Budgets. And there are a lot of different scratchers on here, so very low amounts, obviously 1 through 5. And I am going to scratch a small one this week, a small scratcher. I don't know if it's going to be a small number. Let's see. $2, not bad at all. Okay, clean that up. We'll take out $2 and we'll move on to the next page. Okay, so we're back to the booty bank. So let me get out that D6. Take everything else out of the tray here. We'll give it a roll and we'll see where we go. Okay, 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13. Okay, so mark off 13. And 10, and a 2, and a 1, and I think I can do some condensing here, so let me do that real quick. So 20, 40, 50. We'll take out a 50, and then 2, 4, 5, 6. So we'll take 5 back, and we'll take out a 5. Okay. And I already put in the 13, so let's go on to the next challenge. So now we're back at the front. The first challenge in the book is Let's Get Rollin'. This is a roll and save that Marlene did, but I already finished that. So now I've put in this scratch challenge that she sent me for Christmas last year. And I am just kind of scratching at random here. So let's do this one here. $5 this week. Get all of that wiped off. Put back the 5, take out a 10. So we're at 61 out of 88 that we need to save this week. Now we're on to the Kiss My Hiney, and this is the other sticker challenge. So I'm going to put a $2 sticker on Georgette's other ear and save $2. This is by Shannon at 307 Design Studio, who is Marlene's sister-in-law. Okay, next is The Birds and the Bees. This is a collab within a collab. This is between Mischief Managed Budgets and Champagne's Corner. And this one I've just been rolling a D6 and then doing whatever the instructions say. So let's roll that D6. I keep having to take all the other dice out of the tray. And let's see where we go this week. I'm just starting at the start, right? So 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any amount. Okay, so because it's any amount, I'm going to save the amount of the roll, which was $5. So let's put $5 in, and we'll move on to the next challenge. Okay, this is Bug Out. This is by Renee at Reinventing Renee, or Budget Nerd Co. on Etsy. This is a roll and save challenge, but I'm at the point now where the only thing that I have left are the legs. So I'm just doing one leg at a time for $3. So I'm going to take out a black marker. We'll fill in another leg here. I'll put 7 back and grab, oh, actually, I'll put 17 back and grab a 20. 10, 15, 17. Okay, so now we're at $71. Next up, it's exercise. I thought you said extra fries. This is a $45 challenge. This is by Boy Mom Loves to Save, Lindsay. And the amounts, there's suggested amounts here, or you can fill in your own, but I've just been using Lindsay's numbers. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. So let's roll the D8 and see which one we're going to scratch this week. There's the D8. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here we have, okay, it's a free weight. So that's going to be $1. I keep thinking I've scratched all of those, and then I find another one. There's quite a few of those on here. I don't think I've had, I've had one treadmill and three treadmills and 1 fries, but I've had a lot of the dumbbells. Okay, so I'm going to put a 1 back and grab a 2, because why not? We'll move on to the next challenge. This is a roll and save challenge. I wasn't real imaginative here. I just said whatever the roll is, you know, what it is. So let's get out the D6. I rolled a 3, which is purple. We have those available. So I will fill in $3. I'll put that 2 back, grab a 5. And we'll go on to the next page. This is a savings challenge that's already complete. This was by Golden Girl Budgets. Next up, we have this scratch and save challenge by A Little of It All. There are 4 left, so let's get out the D4. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. $9. 9 has been kind of the theme this week. Okay, so I'm going to put 5 back and take out 14. 10, 12, 14. So we have $4 left to save. Match Day, this is by Jaywhackers. We finished this challenge. This is another one of my favorites in this book. So let's finish the Flip, Scratch, and Roll Duck, Duck, Goose version. This is by Budget Paparazzi. So this, we're scratching and rolling. We were doing heads or tails, but we've only got tails left, so. Okay, so it's a white goose. So that's $3. And then there's also a roll. So I'm going to roll the D6. And I really hope we get a 1. That would be awesome. And we did. We got a 1. Perfect. So that means we saved exactly $88 for this challenge. So we have exactly $300 going into the Roth IRA this week. There's no overage. This one gets a challenge completed sticker. And I don't want to cover up too much of the artwork, so I'm just going to try it right there. Okay, next week we will be starting on, once again, a work meeting that could have been an email, Sigh. This is by Busy Lizzie's Budget, and it will be the last scratch on that challenge. And we'll do this, of course, after we do the Booty Bank, because I want to make sure that I do that first each week, like I was saying before. Okay, so this goes back. I will put all $88, which should have 50, 70, 80. Oh, I didn't take out the money. 85. Goodness. Okay. Well, I was at 84, and I took out the 1, but I didn't take out the 3. Okay. I didn't take out the 3 for the goose. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. 50, 70, 80, 2, 4, 6, 8. Right. Okay. 2, 4, 5. I'm going to condense these real quick. Although there's not really much point in doing that because I'm going to condense the whole envelope here once I get everything set up for that. So I'll put this back in the envelope along with the stickers. And then stay with me because I'm going to come back and condense this envelope, the Zodiac envelope, and the general greenback envelope. So we'll do that here in just one sec. Okay, I hope you're ready for a condensing because I know I am. Let's open up to the Life of a Creator. Let's see how much is in here so far. So far, we've got 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 390, 400, 10, 15, 17, 18. $1,418. So let's first consolidate all of this for a 100, 50, 70, 90, 100. And then I think that's about all we can do here. Yeah, we've just got the 18. All right. If you like these Sea Life placeholders, these are available on my Etsy shop. They are high quality. They will last you forever. Well, as close to forever as you can get, right? Zodiac, Save with the Stars, has in it 1,000, 500, 50, 600, 20, 22, 24, 25, 26. Okay. So let's do 2 2s and a 1 for a 5. And let's swap out the 2 50s for a 100. Okay. So Zodiac's moving along real well. And then inside General Greenback and the Frugality Force, we have 1,000, 500, 50, 1,600, 20, 5, 30, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to swap the 5, the 2s, and the 1s for a 10. Five, and these 2 50s for a 100. So still $1,635. Also moving along very well. And then that's it. So we've consolidated all 3 envelopes. We've made the binder closable and svelte. So that's wonderful. So that is it for this week for the Savings Challenge books. I will be putting the $300 into my Roth IRA. You'll see that in the Friday weekly budget update video. This weekend, I will have the Letterbucks Challenge for what I've set aside in June up, and talking a little bit about how I'm starting to spend down my gift fund as Prime Day is upon us, and looking at checking folks off my Christmas list early. So look forward to that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a thumbs up, leave it a comment down below, and if you haven't subscribed already, I'd love to have you back next week. Until I see you again in the next one, take care.